Broadband bullies got a lot of juice. 4 different states, that's a lot of troops. Money coming in off the alley hoops. We split it 4 different ways, that's what family do. We hear them throwing shots, but they ain't prepared to shoot. We was raised in the game, every day we hoop. And I ain't talking controllers, homie. Even the cages in the hood couldn't hold us, homie. Animal. The left trigger got them focused on the send off. Soon as they trigger the right button, then we pick them off. Never been a worker, always ordered the block. I ain't seen, I ain't heard, we avoided the cops. Kept a white girl, never short at the shot. Reinvest in ourselves, never short on shots. Get it? Z told me about a lot of you niggas. Disrespectful with the tweets, I don't follow you niggas. My youngest about the clout, couple followers niggas, and I actually have them follow you niggas. Don't get it twisted. You know in tune with Broadband bullies. Let's go. Yeah. Broadband bullies got a lot of juice. 4 different states, that's a lot of troops. Money coming in off the alley hoops. We split it 4 different ways, that's what family do. We hear them throwing shots, but they ain't prepared to shoot. We was raised in the game, every day we hoop. And I ain't talking controllers, homie. Even the cages in the hood couldn't hold us, homie. Animal. The left trigger got them focused on the send off. Soon as they trigger the right button, then we pick them off. Never been a worker, always ordered the block. I ain't seen, I ain't heard, we avoided the cops. Kept a white girl, never short at the shot. Reinvest in ourselves, never short on shots. Get it? Z told me about a lot of you niggas. Disrespectful with the tweets, I don't follow you niggas. My youngest about the clout, couple followers niggas, and I actually have them follow you niggas. Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon. What the deal is, I'm here with my boy Kratos. A few things we're going to talk about here today. Some juicy topics for the most part. Let me see if we go right here. Make this a little smaller. Make this a little smaller. Kratos, what's going on, good brother? How you feeling today, man?
Can't complain, man. Doing good.
Yeah, you doing good. Everything copacetic?
Everything copacetic, brother.
All right.
Got all these bangers just dropping. Trying to play them all.
So it's only dropped a few games. I want to get that Fist of the North Star. What other game they came out with?
Man, that Astrobot in VR. When I say, hey, when I say that game that's the future. Games like that's the future. I mean it. I did a little stream last night when it first came available, but it's just something about it you have to try for yourself, and maybe that's the downside of VR. Mm-hmm. Folks have to try it. Once they try it, then it's the best thing ever.
Hey yo, shit, bro, I gotta get VR, man. By the time I get a PS5 and I'm putting a microphone to the PS5 will be out. I gave post up spoiled ass my VR money, but my brother, he deserved it though. Hold on. I'm gonna shout to everybody in the chat, man. Who we got in here? Let me see right here. We got Lionheart, DR Almighty, Eric Fields. Hey, what's up, baby? Ice Queen, Baked Beans, yeah. Mario, Stephen G, Fab 6, what's good, baby? Axeman, what's up? Devil Luke, what up, baby? Kane, Bring Harmony, what's up? Overdone, what's good, baby? Somebody asked me about a meme. What meme? I don't know what meme you talking about, good brother. Kane, what's up? What game? Delshawn Hawker, what's up, baby? Devil Luke again. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Eric Fields, what's up, baby? If I missed your name, I do apologize. Chili Hawk, what's up, man? McNeil, what's up, my brother? McNeil, what's up? The Bang House, yeah. You know what I mean? If I missed you, like I said, J-Lo, what up? Since you guys come in, I got over 100 of you hit the like button for your boy, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, Lex Perez, what's up? Let me see what's going on here. I can't see myself. All right. I can see what's up now. Bon Lamont, what up, baby? David Ferguson, Neverland, Jimmy. All right. I think I got everybody. I think I got everybody here. So why is everybody keep giving Ice Queen attention? What's going on in that chat? But anyway, Let me ask you a question. No, well, not a question. Asika says, you guys come in, you be so kind, hit the like button, please. Yesterday, it was yesterday, we got some leaked, not even, yeah, well, I guess we can, what you want to talk about first? Harry Potter, Crackdown 3 Woes, Red Dead Redemption, Google, Project Stream, what you want to talk about first?
I mean,
PS4 Pro price cut, want to go with that? Or the room
yeah,
pull up?
let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Okay, PS Pro. Now, behind the scenes, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, we had a talk. Maybe maybe been 3 weeks. I don't remember. But anyway, we was talking about getting pro stuff a PS4 Pro. You know what I mean? Surprises with it, whatever the case may be. And I said, I boom. We get down, we go half on whatever the case. I said I'd go out and get it. So when I sent my peeps to go to the store to go pick one up, she came back with the regular joint. I said, no, I want the Pro. So when I told you I had it, I thought she came back with what I sent her to go get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I said, I'm going to just take it back when I go back. I had to go to the doctor, and she said, I'll take it back on the way to the doctor. So when I go to the doctor, they didn't have none. I'm like, all right. So I just got my money back for it. I'm like, all right, cool. I just ordered one off Amazon, and it'd be easy. I just send it to the house. I go on Amazon, bruh. Only thing they had were, he said new, how Amazon have the affiliate links? It said used next to new or whatever the case may be, or almost brand new condition. And all of them were like $500, $550, $600. I'm talking about for a regular PS4 Pro, 1 terabyte joint, right? I ain't talking about no bundle. I'm just talking about the plain Jane, right? I'm like, all right, bet damn. So I go to GameStop, they ain't got none. Website stores, Best Buy ain't got none. I'm like, yo, bro, shit really sold out. So then, when GameStop finally did say that they had, when it was a Star Wars, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 joint, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. It was it actually came to like $389, $411 with tax, whatever the case may be. Whatever I sent you, whatever I forwarded to you, that's what it was. That's just what it came up to be. Got it. And that wasn't, again, me buying a used. I wasn't trying to save no money. I just can't find a damn thing new.
Yeah.
And we talking about literally $11 thing that says I don't really like to buy used consoles unless it's something that's old, you know what I mean, or something they don't make anymore. So I was like, you know what I mean. So I know brother got a new one. So I'm like, Post, I got you the Star Wars Battlefront 2 joint. But when it comes, see if you can get you a brand new one in Chicago. It's the same price. I'm paying $411 for it. You know what I mean? Brand new was only $11 more. He said, I bet, Joe. So all right. So I sent him the receipt. What they sent me. They said they send me a tracking once it ships out. So I emailed him actually what they sent me, my purchase order. It was called the purchase order, right?
Yeah.
So say if I sent it to him Monday. By Friday, I ain't checking it nothing by Friday. Like, yo, whatever the kid's like, yo, Z, this shit ain't sent off yet. I'm like, it's ain't off yet. So I had my peoples go back to the store. I'm like, yo, hold. They tell me they may have had one in the warehouse that they may have sold. They don't know, but this is GameStop now. And that when they do finally get one, and they would send me one, I'm like, oh, hell no. No, go get my money back, right? So that's when I called you, was like, yo, bro, could you see if you get one where you at? You know what I mean? Like, shit serious out here, you know what I mean? Like, exactly. Bro, listen, this thing came out in 2016. Mm-hmm. Now, I know sometimes, Sony does that when they want to clear old stock, should it be dry for a minute, and then they do have a new SKU. And we're going to talk about, they also got a $50 price cut. So I guess it's little revisions with the console. They do that, how to do to save money, whatever the case. They do have a new SKU, and I think the new system comes with some stickers or something that are out. That's out now. But I'm like, well, damn, you know what I mean? And you had you know what I mean? This ain't just no Jersey thing. You had a problem finding them too.
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, I'm here in Texas. And all day, he came down from Cali. We went all over looking for him. We couldn't find him, and we asked GameStop, Target, and other places, even the mom and pop. It's like, what's going on? They're like, as soon as we get them in, they gone. And it's like, damn. And we just figured, you got your God of War, your Detroit, your Spider-Man. Everybody's running out to the store to buy these things specifically for these games. So
yeah.
I mean, that's we're just gonna chalk it up to, man. It's a hot item. We supply the games. That's what you get.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Am I banned on Twitter? See right now, I couldn't. I tried to. Did you get that link I sent you to go through?
Yeah, I got the link.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. Great. Harry Potter leak. All right, I was trying to send a leak out. But anyway, so like I said, Sony, play this. There's a lot of talk now about next generation, right? And I done talked to you about this before. A lot of talk of next generation, and reason why Sony may not have done the show. They, even I believe at the beginning of the year, or not, was it the beginning of the year? One of they forget, or one of their financial investments called. They basically said sales may slow down, because we're winding down. Yeah, you know what I mean. And now you don't have PSX. Now I'm seeing that Michael Patrick put something out there saying they didn't do PSX for financial reasons, but whatever the case may be, right? So they're winding down. Everyone's talking about PS5 and projects. Well, it was Xbox Scarlet, whatever the case may be. Now I'm hearing from I read on the site here, like they said, they received the Pro received a $50 price cut, $56 price cut, right? And maybe they may be looking to phase out the PS4 Slim, and that would be interesting if they phase out the PS4 Slim and have the Pro as a standard. And still have the PS5 and the Pro. Do you see them doing that, or maybe something they may do?
I can see them doing that. I can see them doing that. You got to realize, right now, with some of these titles that's coming up, like Ghost of Tsushima, what's another big one? The Naughty Dog game, The Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2. Right.
Yeah, with those big games coming, I can see them releasing those games on the Pro as well as the PS5. But some of those games that we saw, man, I just don't know. It'll be a stretch for them to degrade that game to have it run on 1.8 T-flops.
Okay.
So that may be the case. Now, the downside to that is there's almost 90 million PS4s in a while, and you may have 10, 15 million pros. So that means the majority of people have the slims. So will they be left out? I don't know. But at the same time, you have to think like this. The slim launched in 2013. How much longer are you going to force them to keep supporting that when the PS5 comes? Or will we end up what we did this generation, where the new generation is handicapped by the old generation? I mean, what's your thoughts?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. First of all, shout out to Overdone. He said the only thing you see Xbox is going to the warehouse. Shout out to Marcel. Everybody in the chat, you said what's up to me. Garrett, what's up, baby? Here's my thoughts about it. Like I said before, Top Dog. I think I hit myself in the back. You and me, I'm complaining. Somebody hit my echo. Is that me or you? Probably you.
No, that's you. I got everything mute.
Yeah, me? I don't know. I got me too. But anyway, it's up to third party. You know what I mean? Third party. I've also said this, that honestly, the jump from the PS4 or to the Pro, or even from the original Xbox or Xbox One or S to the X, there is a big leap, but we didn't get that leap in terms of visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those consoles, I feel like developers didn't fully take advantage of those systems' hardware, because again, they still had to make those games work on 1.3 and 1.8. 2013 hardware. You know what I mean?
Now that was in the beginning, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But it's still going to be. I mean, just think about that. Let's be real. In both Microsoft and Sony side of things, you got 1.8 T-flops, right?
Yeah.
The Pro is what, 4.2 or whatever the case. Right? We're gonna say 4. It's at least twice as powerful at a minimum, 2.5 times as powerful, right?
Yeah.
Games don't look 200 times more better on the Pro or either the X, because again, we're talking about it still has to run on 2000. You're gonna get a higher resolution, more or less. But you know what I mean? Just imagine if developers make games for those consoles only built from the ground up. They'll look much better than what they do right now. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know what I mean? I granted they do have these anemic CPUs, so it's still almost like the big games would be 30 frames per second. You know what I mean? So I say that to say this. Maybe they are again phasing out the Slim. This is what they were saying. Maybe they may be phasing out the Slim by 2019, 2020, and maybe, like I said again, maybe the PS4 Pro would be the entry level console until their ecosystem. You know what I mean? Or you think Sony said, you know what, we're gonna cut the line. That's it. We want you guys to move forward. PlayStation 5, because we got the new God of War coming out, whatever the case may be, and you're gonna need this hardware. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, just going for it, right? If just as far as console gamers, of course it's good to have, you know, us, we the hardcore, the dedicated, we're gonna get the best of the best. But their casuals, their outweigh is 25-1, right? And they're gonna get to keep the cheapest version of the console just to get the game. They don't care about it being native 4K, this, that, and 60 frames. They just want to get it and play the goddamn game. You know what I mean? So saying it like that, do you like, you know what I mean? Because again, they are a hardware business, and this is what they make their money off. Like I said, the more PlayStation 5 they're going to sell, do you think they will, you know, say, you know what, fine, forget that. That's what it is. Because to be honest with you, third party, you're still going to have the Call of Duties, the Assassin's Creed, all that shit's still going to come out in the Xbox One X and the Pro. You know what I mean? You see what they did with fucking 2013. I mean, and when the generation started, all those games came out on the PS3 and the 360 for like 2.5, 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Do you see Sony doing that, or you just say, you know, when they say, hey, if you want our exclusives, fine, fuck it, it is what it is.
I think Sony, they have the balls enough to cut it off and say, you know what, this is what it is. Here's the Pro, we're giving it to you at the slim price. Take it, and we'll just ride out for the next couple of years with the games that we have, and then we're just going to start with PS5. We're going to show you a big difference and try to, you know, show you what we have coming to try to sell you on the new stuff. At least personally, I don't think they're going to dwell on the past, because they haven't. Think about it. They're the only company that has said nothing about leaving no man behind. Sony didn't say that. Microsoft said that.
Yeah.
So that was never Sony's promise. Sony has been adamant about, like Sean Layton at PSX. He said, we believe in generations. You know, Phil Spencer was up there saying that they didn't believe in generations, that, you know, they want everybody to play everywhere and take your data across with you, take your games with you wherever you go. Sony didn't say any of that. So technically they could do it. And yeah, you're gonna have some people, and see, here's the thing. What if you're a late bloomer? What if you just get into the, you know, look at Post. He's just getting into the PlayStation ecosystem. Luckily, he has a Pro. But what if he just bought a Slim like yesterday, and all of a sudden the PS5 coming out and they done phased out the Slim?
Well, here's the thing. Well, for that, he has a great back catalog of games.
I agree
that he can go back and play. You know what I mean? It's still going to be new to him. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But the same token, like I said, you take somebody like Puerto Rock, who didn't do the mid. You know, my man, the Puerto Rican Jew. He ain't do the mid-gen refresh. You know what I mean? He literally got 2013 consoles. Literally, he ain't even got the S. He ain't even got the Slim. He rocking with shit that came out in November 2013. You know what I mean? And he's, you know what I mean? And like I said, we talk. We say you still got these great games that are on the way. Before we stop, like I said, you got The Last of Us 2. You got on Microsoft side, you got Gears 5 and whatever the whole thing. You know what I mean? Ori and the Blind Forest 2. I think Battletoads, I know it's another one. And I think Ninja Theory is supposed to be releasing the game also before, quote unquote, this generation ends. And like I asked you, I think it was Saturday we did something. I've said, you know, you're looking at.
Okay.
Hey, I'm on air. Hit you right back. All right. So I said, you know, giving, like I said, like games are already like, you know what I mean? Like, goddamn, like we already right there. Like you look at The Last of Us 2. Like could it get any better than that? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like besides, everybody saying, you know, of course, like 60 frames, whatever the case may be. But like, are you, like I asked you, like, are you in a rush for the generation to end or for a new generation to begin? And I told you, it depends on, like, you know me, I always say, you know, I'm an actor that loves gadgets. I'm there day one. I'm a raised shallow man. I take graphics before visual. But I feel like I didn't really get my bang for my buck with the X. I'm being honest with you, you know what I mean? A lot of X, best console I've ever owned, as far as features and stuff, you know what I mean? But when you talking about 6 T-flops, comparing it to, what, 1.3, I'm thinking, just without, even with the Forza Pro, we talk about as far as the GPUs and stuff, you know what I mean? More or less. Yep. I'm like, damn, shit already look good. Shit about to be crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, you know what I mean. And don't get me wrong, games are looking better, but they just look about you going from 1.3 to 6.1, whatever it is, T-flops. I'm thinking like, oh shit, this about to be crazy. and that wasn't the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, like I said, with that being said, you know, day one I have to like they really got to show me something. Like I know that I ain't like you know what I mean, got to be wild. And I know you know what I mean. I'll give you an example. Killzone wasn't the best game. Some people don't like it, but just looking at that on Infamous Second Son, I was like, oh shit, this is beautiful. I'm ready. Sign me up. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. I just looking at The Last of Us 2, it's just hard for me right now to see Sony out doing that or Naughty Dog out doing that. Just you know what I mean. Besides, of course, you're gonna have 60 frames. So, like I said, like damn, they gonna have to really fucking wow me to me go out. You know, I think both consoles be about $500. You know what I mean? Well, how do you feel? I know you're rich as you gonna get day one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but if you know what I mean, if you didn't have it like that or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you like you know what I mean, or would you be just hold on to your profile? Because look, P-Rock ain't get the fucking he didn't get his PS4 to 2015.
Yeah.
But Bloodborne came out. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So like, how do you feel?
Well, here's the thing, right? If you waited that long to get a console, I mean that's on you. You can't expect them to hold.
You sound like Mega. That's a you
That's
problem.
a you problem.
Hey yo, Mega go down in history for that. We gotta get the memes. Hey, meme maker. Hey, I know. Hey, Garrett, little bro. I know you in the chat, bro. We need that K Mega. That's a you problem, meme, bro. We need that. That's a you problem. I forgot what the hell he said that about. He said, "Oh, I know it was on BGST. It was about something, but that's a you problem."
Yeah,
I think probably was most like with Sea of Thieves. You know, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off. What happened, bro?
Exactly. Yeah, but you can't hold back progress because you decide to be a late bloomer. You know, if you go out and buy your Toyota Camry and it's 2018, you can't get mad when they come out with the 2018 model with the new body style, the bigger engine and stuff like that. You just that's the chance that you take when you're not an early adopter. You know, it's a twofold. If you buy too early, then you're gonna buy it. It's gonna be expensive. It's not gonna have the games. Price is gonna drop later on. It's gonna include games and stuff like that. So it's twofold. But you know, PS5, I'm there day one. They've already sold me on PS5. They made me a believer this generation. Just the end of the generation, they still dropping 2 and 3 games in one day. I mean, we just had Astrobot and Fist of the North Star drop last night. Oh, today actually, early this morning. I played it last night.
I gotta get Fist of the North Star, man. I said I wasn't getting to stream it, but I fell off. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know it, but you know, when it comes to the Xbox, they have yet to sell me on this generation, let alone next generation. Hopefully that changes, but honestly, man, I'm not going to be a first day adopter for that. I'm going to wait.
How about this, right? Here's the thing, right? I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I haven't been the most fan of Microsoft of late. You know, you heard my complaints and would you talk about something positive? All right, I'm gonna give you something positive. Something. That's you. It's coming through. You have your computer or something?
No, my stuff is muted.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, my YouTube is muted.
I don't know. What the hell? How the hell?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute myself real quick and see if you still hear it.
All right, hold on. All right. Yo. Yeah, I don't hear it no more. It went away. It went away. Whatever the hell was wrong.
Can you hear now?
Yo. A little bit lightly. I don't know. Oh, the hell. It'll be all right. We get through it. But so anyway, I guess what you do is when I talk, just mute your mic.
Okay.
And then when you speak it, unmute it. So.
Okay.
We can fix that. So anyway, as I was saying, I haven't been the biggest fan when it comes to Microsoft. The decisions that was made. I even put out a tweet yesterday. If you guys not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna start cutting up again. I don't care if I get banned. I said this sucker motherfucker Phil released he had the balls to release a $500 console along, Zoo Tycoon, Disney Rush, and Family Dust with the original assets, right? So, but just me being a YouTuber and doing this here, you know what I mean? And I got this thing. It's why I just got to have the best, day one. You know what I mean? That's just me, and I know I'm gonna be there again doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Probably kicking their back in. But we got a new player in the town. No, that wasn't a new player. We got the Project Google Stream, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. They showed it off yesterday. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Now, check this out. I know we talked about this again. We talked about just about everything. About this whole quote unquote Xbox Scarlet and streaming games, and they don't work. I'm not gonna lie. What Google showed yesterday, I don't know what the Google Chrome thing is, probably like $100, $70, like an Amazon Fire Stick, and you just launch it through the browser. That thing looked like it worked. And again, I also said this, that a lot of times Microsoft was very, would say, forward thinking, and they're so big and they have the resources. And again, and not just Microsoft, we've heard Ubisoft, especially EA, in saying that dedicated consoles are on their way out. You know what I mean? Dedicated consoles are on their way out. And I think right now you can beta test it for them free of charge. I think all you gotta have is 25 up or something, 25 down, 25 down. You know what I mean? And you can play, and it looked like it worked effortlessly. You know, plug you know, you have your controller hooked up to your PC with a regular mom and pop E machine, 250 from Walmart. You know what I mean? You playing the latest, greatest goddamn games. Do you think in the back of their mind, or both, of course, Sony, I don't know about Nintendo, they're looking at this across like, damn, you know what I mean? This is the future. Do you see Sony doing something like this also?
Here's the thing, right? It's about what they say versus what they're working on in the background. Now, Sony's already said, you know,
well, they tried it with the PS. Now they tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't work
exactly.
well.
Well, they tried it as an alternative for backwards compatibility.
Yeah. Well, even with to play, now they're allowing you to download what do you call it? PS4 titles, but they even tried it with, you know, when they saying, you know, you can download, you can stream them. But like I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So it didn't, you know, it didn't, and as far as the latency, it was a big issues with, like, far as the latency and what them on. Like I said, I tried PS Now. I tried it on my TV back when I used to be making fun of these Sony jokers and shit. But this shit is trash. I mean, cutting up, being extra with it, right? I can look these games are exclusive. I can play them on my Samsung 4K TV right now. All this at the PS when they had the PS Now app up there, right? But it didn't work very well, as I was saying. So again, this what Google showed yesterday, bro. It was very impressive. I'm not gonna lie, very impressive. And now you can say, you know, this rumor can say Microsoft working on multiple consoles. One of them can say is this Project Scarlet, maybe a little small device, and the way they handle the latency is they will handle the controller input. That's the big thing when it comes to the controller input. They will handle that on their hardware level, but everything else is running in the cloud with a $12,000 PC. You know what I mean? And seeing is believing. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I was impressed. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Listen, if it works, and if it works with my internet and everybody else's internet, I think I think that's gonna be the future. You know, eventually.
Damn. Just think about what you're saying, though, bro. No more dedicated consoles.
Listen, I think, man, honestly, we're at least 20 years away.
You think 20? Hey, bro. Hey, come on now. Listen, I would hate to question your integrity, bro. What we just seen yesterday, bro, that was today. That was right now. That shit was working effortlessly, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit, only, like I said, they jump on, goddamn, I ain't got no achievements, I ain't got no trophies. If they start getting shit like that, forget about it. Like, I mean, it's just to see how they would handle multiplayer games. There's also room, like I said, they working on what you call Google Yeti, and that's supposed to be their dedicated console. But again, this right here can change the whole landscape of gaming. Just move outside of consoles. Just think about PC gaming and everyone buying these, whatever, GTX, this, that, and the other. If I can get the performance, again, that was running 1080p 60, high visual fidelity, you know what I mean? And I can just stream it with little latency?
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Okay, talk to me.
You know, you're an old school gamer.
Yes,
I'm
an
old school gamer.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we started on a dedicated console.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, maybe when we're 90 years old, you know, and they come out with this, you know, everything streaming, no more, you know, maybe we can go ahead and take our dirt nap. But until then, you know, you I don't know if it's nostalgia or just me just being pigheaded, but I want to be able to go outside and wait
in line for
in the line and fellowship.
You know what? Hey, here's the thing, right? Look at it like this, and I'm with you. Me and Worry had this conversation. I bullshit you not. I'm gonna go find the video. Actually, I did a next gen. I was gonna start this series. Next gen predicts the future. A lot of things I talked about. They teased me about all of it coming to fruition. Before PS Now, I said, don't be surprised if EA or Ubisoft get on board and start offering their games or before EA Access like $15 a month. Konami can give you their back catalog of games for like $9 a month. Don't be surprised if we see more and more gamers, third party do this, right? But I talked about this back then. One of my main issues, again, like, I don't want this to go away. I like getting in line, the excitement of coming home and boxing the console. You know what I mean? But guess what, bro? Like you said, we are the old guards at the gate, and you have a new generation of gamers who don't know anything about that. And guess what? They far outnumber us. You know, when you look at the player base or the age demographic on Fortnite players, they're not guys like. Not saying you don't have gamers that are our age to play in Fortnite, but they're like my grandson age and my daughter Maya's age. They're all Fortnite doing the dances and you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
this and they don't know about getting in line and. You know, you know, this is not their struggle. This, and first, you know, especially being personal colors, we dying off from high diabetes, high blood pressure, and all types of shit, man. I'm about to lose a foot because of Microsoft and this diabetes and be playing that sweet shit for the last 2.5 years. You know what I mean? So they looking past us. Like you say, like you know, somebody they want to reach these 2.8 billion gamers. That's not us anymore, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sad to say, but I'm like you. Like I like going out and buying a dedicated. You know, we like our gadgets. We like our theme consoles. We like this and like that. But I'm not, again, and I've also told Porter Rock this to us. Yeah, it's streaming. I said, bro, if Microsoft can do this thing and it works, we talking about they can play whatever the next generation, whatever for 100 hours. Like you talking about, like, bro, you go on the hood. Believe, like I said, the hood is always the last to catch on. Fire sticks. That shit done took away the cable boxes. Everybody go, yo, you jump with a fire stick. That's how everybody watching TV now. Everybody got cable no more, bro.
Yep. You're right.
Jailbreak, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whack my put Cody on my fire stick, bro.
Yeah.
Are we talking about a new console for $100 and you get to play whatever the latest games is? You know what I mean? We talking about like, bro. You know what I mean? And it works.
Yeah.
Now think about this, right? I was probably one of the early. I'm gonna say early, but I remember when Netflix first came out, right? And the reason why I got it because I believe it was on Xbox first. Yeah, I think it was. And we used to have these Xbox Live parties. We all going in, just this is back in the day. This when you would all watch a movie together, and it had to sound a little cheesy, but you would take your avatar, we'll go in the movie theater, we all watch like New Jack City and this, that, and the other. And that was, like I said, maybe back in 2009, 2008, when as far as Netflix, right? And this was Netflix was still, they probably still do, but they were selling, you can either get Netflix, you can get DVDs in the mail, or you can have the streaming service, or you had like a couple of things. This is before Netflix became really big, right? And now you see where the Netflix are with original content and you know, like what do you call it? Like they got their own series and whether it's Luke Cage and it has grown. Like we thinking back to 2008, 2009, I can imagine Netflix would be the way that it is. You know what I mean? You know, because, bro, they put Blockbusters out of business. You know, Blockbusters could have bought them for $8 million. They put Blockbusters out of business, bro. You know what I mean? There's no more Blockbusters, especially where I'm at. I think they have like 1 or 2 in Canada, but that's it. You know what I mean? No more. So again, like I said, forward thinking, and I couldn't see it. But bro, if this is successful and it does work, you know what I mean? I wouldn't, because again, it costs them more money to make a console than anything. Like this is like, you know what I mean? This may be the future for them.
Okay, let me pose this, right?
Okay.
Let's say that is the future. Let's say they do this, right?
Uh-huh.
Just to say the company's a lot of money. But what if we continue to get games that are, for some of us that are subpar? What if all that extra money that they have, right? Because it's not guaranteed that, I mean, look at Microsoft. I'm just using them for example because they're there's like the 4th, 5th richest company in the world, if not higher.
Okay.
What has that done specifically for gaming, period?
I'm sorry, as far as overall, or what they've done?
Yes, all the money that they have, that they've gained out of the sales of different things. How has that really gave back to us gamers that want the big blockbuster AAA? How is that satisfied?
Let me answer your question in 2 ways.
Okay.
Right. Are you saying what has Microsoft offered to gaming overall, them being so big? Or are you just talking about them making so much money and what has been stagnant?
They're making so much money because by going fully streaming, right, they're going to save so much money because they don't have to spend the billions on the hardware.
Well, I'm not just saying them.
No.
I'm just saying.
I know that. I chose them.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. I understand what you're saying. Here's the thing. Phil did say that they were always offered, but he says a lot of shit goes back. They were always offered a dedicated console for the hardcore, for the enthusiasts that like to go out, like us, that like to go out and buy consoles. I'm just saying, we've heard this conversation before. Michael Patrick from EA have said it. Ubisoft has said it. You know what I mean? That maybe 2 generations from now, or if this is going to be it for more or less dedicated, more or less consoles. Maybe Sony and Microsoft, maybe this may just have a service that you can plug again your controller into a TV and still and have access to their games. You know what I mean? Because again, how they make, believe it or not, you know, how they make their money is off for software sales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe they just may have a unified, you know, I mean, here, Xbox Live, when you, anyway, you get to play your game. And that's what, again, Microsoft's been talking about this, well, you know, early, I mean, one of those shows, GDC, was it 2014 or something? They showed Halo 4 running on the cell phone. And they've always been, you know, gearing towards this. And you've seen Sony come out, they bought Gaikai. They don't want to be left behind. No one wants to, you know, how you say, how Apple came out of nowhere with the iPod and snatched the crown from Sony and fucking Microsoft, like that, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere, like the iPod and music, you know what I mean? You think about it, that should have been Sony's thing, because Sony has this big, you know, Columbia has this big Sony Records, you know, they have this movies, and they slept on it, you know what I mean? That iPod took off, and bam. Nobody wants to be a day late and a dollar too short when it comes to the next big thing, you know? You know, I'm just saying, again, it all, like I said, pricing, and if it works, think about it like this, right? Me coming from the inner city, right? Boom. I know motherfuckers ain't got that type of money, you know what I mean? And kids don't, nobody don't, well, even just not in the city anywhere, consoles don't begin to sell their most, they drop down to about $200, $250. That's when them shits fly off the shelf, right? All right.
Yeah, you're right.
We're talking about 100, this is what a rumor, quote unquote, this device from Microsoft is $150, $125, whatever the case may be, right? And you can play the, you know, I haven't played Forza, I gotta download it. Forza, you get to play all that shit there. Because I don't really care, but you know, those games are still huge for Microsoft, and they're building out a franchise. People like them. You know what I mean? And it looks, and again, you look, bro, looking at what Google showed yesterday, that don't look no different or any better, or maybe a little better than what we're going to get playing on that Pro and on that X, to be honest, with my old eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can have that for $100?
Listen, I'm, okay, it would be a hit, right? It would be a hit. Now, the way I see it, as I can see in the future, right? If all this pans out, I could see the streaming actually taking over the physical console.
Yeah.
The console could be for people that don't really have good internet speeds, you know, people in the military that travel a lot and stuff like that. Maybe
that military shit is the bullshit, because they invented the internet, but that's
I know.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah,
hey, you pissed off back then in 2013.
Hey, bro, there's some, you know, I'm thinking to myself, you know, man, I'm just like, what the fuck? I said, the military, they ain't got the internet. They invented the goddamn internet. The Navy, what the fuck is going on here? I said, I'm sorry, but yeah, you know, I'm just saying, but
here's the thing, right? I think most companies like Sony and Nintendo probably haven't delved deep into it as much as maybe Microsoft and Google and other people.
Okay. All right.
Because of one reason, and it all boils down to
resources,
the user's internet.
Okay.
How fast? I mean, especially here in the United States, right?
Okay.
You got people that barely have access to internet. I mean, a lot of people live in rural territories. They live, you know, internet expensive. They can't reach that 25 meg minimum. What are you going to say to those people? Because it's not like overnight the internet all of a sudden overnight everybody's going to have a gig up and down.
Okay, here's the thing, right? And to be fair, even as old school as Nintendo is, how they're able to run the bigger multiplats, they're using this whole cloud thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, they not here in Japan. I mean, believe it or not, for the United States to be a superpower, we're not the leader when it comes to as far as internet service. South Korea got, I think everyone has a gig up, a gig down.
They South Korea #1.
Yeah, they should got like a Japan and all that little ass island. They doing big things over there. You know what I mean? That's why, you know, people play Resident Evil, this, that, and the other, or whatever on the cloud with the Switch and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Maybe, like I said, you know, maybe it's gonna take a generation, for everyone. I see another console generation for Crapgamer or whatever. Right now, Google said 25. They want 25, right?
Yeah.
I got what I got $150 up, $150 down. I had 25. That was years ago. You know, I got Verizon Fios, and I don't even have a big package. Tim Dog got the. I think he works for. He got what's called the Gigablast. He got a gig up, a gig down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So listen. I got a gig up and gig down, but this is what kills me is the data caps. They only give me 1 terabyte, and that's it.
I say here's the thing. I don't deal with a data cap, and that's another thing. How they pistol whipping us over here in America. Hold up. Top Dog said anyone who agrees with streaming games has a slave mentality. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't think you get my point. I'm saying I'm not saying this. I'm not lying, bro. My grandson, with his badass, right? I'll give you an example. My daughter and them, when she get a search deal, they on the fixed income. They ain't got much money. Pop. I want the new Xbox, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little, listen, man, that shit might walk about the house, man. There might be some substance abuse over there. I'm a little hesitant about buying them little fine. Read what I'm saying here. About buying that little motherfucker $500 Xbox, right? But I ain't got a problem buying a $100 Fire Stick. I said, look, listen, little man, you come from poor stock. Put this Fire Stick in your book bag when you go to school. You know what I mean? You don't want this motherfucker to walk about the door. When you come back in the house, plug it in. We cook. I mean, I ain't got a problem with that. But I do got a problem buying them a $400 goddamn console take over there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, hold up, one second. And again, shout out to Rand Cooper. He didn't answer the question. Just dropped $5 in the chat. Appreciate it. But again, he said Microsoft is trying to turn gaming into the phone industry. Fuck nigga, bro. If I'm not mistaken, Google has more money than Microsoft now, don't they?
Yeah.
Google came out swinging yesterday. Google came out, bro. And again, I know Microsoft has always looked as being the antichrist sometimes when it comes to gaming, but we've seen, again, I don't know if you've seen it's called Google Project Stream, 1080p 60 frames a second. Actually, is going to outperform the fucking PS4 and the PS4 Pro version. Think about what I'm saying. They showed that game. Think about it. They showed that game running 1080p 60 frames a second, no latency, no issues, no stuttering, no hiccup, no nothing. You can try it right now, as long as you're gonna have a 25 down. You know what I mean? The Xbox One and the PS4 version are gonna be 1080, 4K, dynamic 30 or whatever, 1080p 30 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That's not gonna be 60 goddamn frames. So, bro, again, I can get about this $100 Chromecast or whatever the Chromecast costs, whatever the little box they got for $100. I can still, and most likely the games are going to be cheaper. I don't think probably going to be $60. Probably, it'd be $40 digitally, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's outperforming native hardware. Come on, bro.
Hey, on top of that, Z. All right.
That's
so now here's the thing. I fully think that this is going to be the future, and this is where we're going.
Okay.
I'm not taking anything. I do think that. I mean, there's nothing that's going to stop it. It's already happening, right?
Okay.
You got the NVIDIA Shield tablet and the NVIDIA Shield console that has been doing this for over 2 years.
Yeah, you had it online, but now it's like I said, the how you say the mainstream with the cash, is more adapt to it. I want to add just what you said as far as the data cap. Be real with you, right? I don't have a data cap, but I know it will be an issue downloading games. But you're not downloading anything; you're streaming it. I've never heard anyone complain about a data cap using Netflix.
It counts. Now it's not just necessarily downloading. It's when you stream, you got data going two ways. You got the request going out, that's your upload, and then you got your data coming in, which is your download.
So I'm ain't gonna lie. So if I don't have a data cap, right? But if I was watching videos on YouTube, or whatever, on streaming them on Netflix, that can make my bill go over. I just never heard. I'm saying I just never heard anyone complain.
So here's the thing, right? It depends on your carrier, right? I'm with Comcast. They have data caps.
All right.
They say we'll give you 1 terabyte a month. We don't care if you use it for up. We don't care if you use it for down. 1 terabyte, that's it. Anything above that, we're gonna charge you. I think it's $10 every 50 gigs after that. I know because I've ended up with like $200 bill.
Damn. Wait. You said $50 after what? $10 after
$10 for every 50 gigs. After
and damn, and you still owe 200. God damn.
Yes. Now let me show you why.
That's digitally.
Let me show you how I ended up over.
Okay.
Each game that I buy is 50 gigs.
Okay. Digitally.
All right.
All right.
Let's say 2-3 games come out.
Well,
I've downloaded that. On top of that, every TV in my house is streaming. On top of that, my laptops, my Switch, I'm downloading that. I bought the new Spider-Man PS4 Pro. So guess what? I download all my games back over. I got the 500 million limited edition PS4 Pro. I download my stuff. Guess what? All of that take into account.
Hold up. We got my brother Noah in here. Shout out to Noah. He said 5G will be the answer to the internet data concern. But here's the thing. And again, I said you had to be downloading something. Like, like again on Netflix, you're not downloading. You're streaming on YouTube, like but it's what you're streaming, you're watching the video, whatever the case. I mean,
Yeah.
of
Now,
course,
now,
if you're
Z,
downloading, yeah, okay.
streaming and downloading is they're both the same thing, except one is you download for a certain amount of time, and then once you're done, it stops. Streaming, you have a consistent connection, so it's consistently downloading, just small chunks. So Netflix,
it won't be a gig or nothing with it.
uh,
Streaming?
I don't know how many TVs you have in the house and how many Netflix accounts you have. Each movie, right, to download a DVD movie is 4 gigs.
To download it, but
To download a movie, yes.
What about just to watch it?
Yeah, okay. So they compress that 4 gigs. They compress that. So to watch that movie, you may cut it in half. That may be 2 gigs just to watch that movie.
Yeah.
So you still have a download going on.
Mm.
Okay. It's smaller chunks on a consistent basis versus if you're downloading a game on Xbox or Xbox Live or PSN, it'll tell you 50 gigs. You have this how much time you have to download.
Yeah, you update. I mean, a lot of these games again do come with updates and patches.
Yeah, exactly.
What I mean?
It was one game. What Red Dead coming out in a couple of weeks? That shit gonna be 105 gigs.
Day one,
and that's not including the patch that may come a day or two later.
Okay, all right. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this again. You know what I mean? And I want to be. I think a lot of you guys are like me, or even like Jay, and you're still a fan of buying it. And I am. I'm saying I am a fan of that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I like standing in line, getting new console, unboxing. That's me. You know what I mean? But we are, again, the small minority. And I'm just saying what Google showed yesterday, again, and I know Microsoft, again, and people shitting on Project Scarlet Mainstream. Bro, I haven't seen one complaint about what Google showed yesterday because they've seen it and it works. Now, I mean, we can talk about it until it's blue in the face, right? Same thing. Microsoft got 5 studios. We talk shit about it, because we haven't seen any games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once they start producing games, all that conversation goes away to something else or whatever the fuck else we're gonna talk about or rag on them about. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, the Google Chrome post it's like $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can get right now. You can sign up for the beta. Google Chromecast, I think it's like $100 or somewhere around there, and you can have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. All you need is a Google account and a Ubisoft account, and looks better than the console, than the X and the Pro. It outperforms it. You know what I mean? With no they handle the latency issue. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So I don't be surprised again if this thing takes off, especially in the urban, hood. Like I said, nobody got cable no more where I'm from. Everybody got them Fire Sticks. You know what I mean? Fucking Fire Sticks, I done broke. Hey, Blaze, whack, I'll get my check next month. Let's do my shit for me. The kids ain't got nothing, you know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? No. Bro, this thing here gonna take off. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I said, I know Google also is still making something called Google Yeti, which is supposed to be their dedicated console. But actually, let me get behind. If you guys haven't seen the project, what is it called? Project Google. What's it called? Project Google Stream. What's the hell is it called?
Yeah, something like that.
Google Project Stream. I'm gonna play it in the background for those who didn't see it. You know what I mean? Here you go. Here's the video right here for it. No issues. I'm reading all the, I'm looking for the downside. Focus their product says no latency. They can't tell the difference. And this version of the game right now is running 1080p, native 1080p, 60 frames a second. The Xbox One X and the Pro version is going to be with a dynamic 4K, upscale 4K, 30 goddamn frames per second. What's going on, Because again, anybody say what's up to me? Whatever. I'm looking at the chat now. I can see it. You know what I mean? But that's all that I'm saying. Project Stream. That's all that I'm not saying this is for me. I'm a fan of buying traditional consoles, but the industry, whether you want to accept it now, is moving this way. They've been talking about it since the start of this generation. Ubisoft had an article. I did a video about it. EA, said we may have one or two left generation when it comes to this console. Everyone's moving to, again, it's cheaper for even Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo's doing it. Everyone just to have a service that you can stream instead of them actually going out and developing a physical console, the R&D, shipping, storage, all types of shit, taxes in different countries. Here, so you can have our service though, and everybody see services of gaming, and people frowning about that, but shit, this is the way that is going.
It's the way the future going. I mean,
And we
ain't no
all, you know
stopping
what?
it.
Hey, listen, and we all to blame. Why? Hulu, Netflix. You got so
Yeah,
many that we all of us have. We don't think nothing about. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I'm just being. We're all guilty of it. You know what I mean? But like I said, it is what it is. But moving right along. Harry Potter got leaked yesterday. I see Warner Brothers took the trailer down. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I understand it has a huge following. It was rumored that was it Rocksteady was supposed to be making this, but I
Yeah.
believe it's Emily. What are your thoughts about this? The whole
I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but like I'm a graphics whore, and what I saw that looks like some good stuff.
yeah. If you know what, if it can be a little more mature, if it's done and it's fun, I'm all about it. Like I would
Yeah,
like to have a gritty, like what do you call it? Well, we did have Shadow Award and all that shit. That comes from Lord of the Rings, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
But it did. It looks well. You know what I mean? It
But
did.
here's the thing, right? And maybe this is probably what you're going to allude to. The game looks. I mean, it looked it dope. Like
Yeah.
graphically, it
Oh
looked
yeah.
it dope.
Hmm.
But then I was thinking of like, how many adults really care for Harry Potter or have even watched any of the movies? I mean, I
Um.
wouldn't mind buying it. I wouldn't mind buying and playing the game that I saw from that leak.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing. Right. Well, Harry Potter came out when? I want to say 15, 17, 20. How many years ago?
Yeah,
Some
it's been a
40.
while.
It's been about 15, at least 15 years, right?
Yeah,
Um. I seen. I don't know if it was on. I can talk my wife in here. Might have been on the date or something. I don't know. But whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It ain't never been. I'm not even a big guy on Lord of. I don't even care about Lord of the Rings really either. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
what's important in the game, like you said, graphically, it looked amazing for what we saw. Looked fun, and just like Spider Man has a cult following, Harry Potter has. People go crazy for them books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
I,
bought for my mama. My daughter was younger, my 17 when she was younger. She went through her little Harry Potter phase and bought books and shit. You know what I mean? That was fucking Harry Potter. You know what I mean? Bought
yeah,
them shit from her. You know what I mean? It has a huge following, and just like to this, like Spider Man, we had Harry Potter games in the past, but we have never had one to the level of this detail right here.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And this is like Spider Man. We've had Spider Man games in the past, but there's never been one done to the way that you know what I mean. And this is earlier part of what we've seen. You know what I mean? To what this leak. You know what I mean? Maybe
yeah.
actually bring up the actual article here. You know, Flip Fires has leak and looks sensational. Yeah, everybody's talking about it. Right now. That guy, they hit him with a copyright. They took it down. They got it on Twitter, and I'm not even gonna play it in this video. Yeah, they removed it.
Yeah.
It says footage of Harry Potter leak. I'm sorry, Harry Potter RPG has apparently leaked, and it looks sensational. Set in 19th century 18 wizard, one of the third person open world action RPG. I wonder if it got multiplayer in it. You know what I mean? I like co-op. You know what I mean? But now who's supposed to be doing? They said it was rumored supposed to be Rocksteady. It's a long speculated that Rocksteady new game. Who owns the Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, does Warner Brothers own Rocksteady, or they just work for them?
I think they just work with them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because that game that movie is a Warner Brothers movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah, they Harry
Yeah.
Potter, yeah, it's Warner Brothers. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know Porter Rock was like, damn, because it was rumored that Rocksteady was supposed to be working on an Injustice game, then the Superman game. So some people were let down, like, damn, Harry Potter. But when you go look at the trailer, like I said, the trailer looked amazing. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of the franchise, but again, what I saw, you know what I mean, did look
Well,
pretty.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
Square Enix is working on the Avengers game.
Yeah, they're working on Avengers. You know what I mean? Uh, they take so good. We probably don't get the Avengers game to the next generation. They take a
Yeah,
long ass time. You know what I mean? They take forever when they do stuff. You call it Square Enix. Or they had to collect. I say I didn't know, bro, that Assassin's Creed was out right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you got they said something, Assassin's Creed Odyssey Medusa edition, then the Medusa, this should look crazy. This should look sick. How much is it? Let me see. Damn. Assassin's Creed Odyssey Collector's Edition. But anyway, like I said, well, it looked interesting to you. Crackdown 3 Woes. Talk to me.
Oh man, I don't know about you, but
Right, talk.
the gameplay I've been seeing, man, that game is gonna definitely be
Okay.
game of the year. What do you
Listen,
call it? Runner up, if not the game of the year.
Crackdown 3? Okay.
No. I thought you meant. Sorry, I thought you meant Red Dead.
No,
Crackdown
so
3.
yeah. I'm just joking, trolling now.
Oh man. Yeah, man, that joint wouldn't be game of the year if it was back in our Atari days. Listen, I told you this before, Z. Crackdown 3 is legitimately canceled. They just every time somebody keep talking about it, they kind of have to address the issue. So they want to kick the can down the road. So they have a bunch of other stuff to show you before they say it's canceled. They don't want to cancel now because you don't have any games coming. So it's just the wrong timing for that. But man, they should have been took this game out back and shot it with a shotgun.
Okay, now Phil said he played it. He said it felt like. Actually, bring up the actual article. I don't want to line on the man, but it was crazy, right? I did it when. I did a few videos about Assassin's Creed. They got the. That's why Jez blocked me again on Twitter. Not that I care, but I had 3 people, developers or whatever, one tester, 2 developers that was actually working on the game. Was DMing me, and I believe I didn't share them all. I shared some of the stuff with Garrett in our inbox, and in our chat. You know what I mean? But I didn't do a video about it. You know what I mean? Just didn't. Then I did talk about it, and saying that the game basically wasn't fun. And it wasn't shit. It was fun. It wasn't. It was having a lot of issues, right? Then then I did another video. I said, don't be surprised if Crackdown 3 gets canceled. And the reason why I said that, because I said the tech that was powering the game, this is before the article came out, if I'm not mistaken, the tech that was powering the game, the cloud with engine stuff, Epic bought it, they no longer own it. You know what I mean? Epic swooped in and bought it. You know what I mean? And now from this new article just come out, they said that I don't believe it's using that tech now at all. So, and for those that was hoping for a fully destructible environment, I said that in the video too, it's not going to be fully destructible. You know what I mean? It's going to probably work online, but what you was proud to go in and turn off the gas line in this building, it's going to knock a building down 7 blocks. It's not going to be all that. You're not going to get all. It's not going to be. It's too over ambitious. You know what I mean? They're saying the hardware can't handle it. Whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Like, what do you, now here's again, and I also want to say this, right? And I've never been a big Crackdown fan. You know what I mean? It was with this kind of cheesy black guy. You know what I mean? Was never really my thing. And I also said I feel like Xbox guys are setting themselves up for the okie doke, like, you know what I mean, putting it on a pedestal like Gears of War, which has never been that. The reason why Crackdown 1 sold so well, because they had the Halo 3 beta in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it was dope for what it was. Crackdown 2 was I didn't like that really at all. You know what I mean? So I didn't really have any hope for Crackdown 3. But do you think it can take another delay? Or you think they can get ahead and push it out? It is what it is at this point. I'm just saying they can't afford another 60 goddamn. Now I know Forces just got a 92, but goddamn, you know.
Nah, listen. I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do, right? February 22nd, 23rd of next year. This game will be launching, whether it's done or not. They're just gonna throw it out there and let it. I mean, the worst that can happen, right? It ends up being like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay. That's the worst that could happen, right? It's a 60s rated game. It's mediocre, not really receptive very well, and people move on with their lives, which is what they should have did this year. They should have went ahead and just launched it and just let it do what it do. Put it on Game Pass. But this was supposed to be their debut game for the X. Remember, this was supposed to launch date with the X. This thing was hyped up for the launch of the X, and they delayed it to 2018. Now it's 2018. It's come and gone, and now it's going to be 2019. If they delay it again, then I think this game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There is nothing about this game that says that this game could ever be worth the hassle that they're going through right now with it. If that's the case, I would have liked them to cancel Crackdown and keep Scalebound.
Yeah.
At least that was a game people were anticipating. Nobody's really anticipating Crackdown.
Now Now again, this game has been in development hell, right?
Yeah.
Crap hopped his funky ass out there yesterday on my tweet, right? And I said when I said that Phil got some type of balls to release a $5 console alongside Zoo Tycoon, I was being messy in the morning. I admit, right? Being messy, right?
Yeah.
And I said, all right, well, let's make a gentleman's bet, right? I bet you that because you said some shit about Days Gone, right? And it's how it's gonna be more at least it's gonna be trash. I said, I bet you Days Gone get a high Metacritic score than Crackdown. So I said, you know what I mean, if it does, the winner the loser has a dedicated video to the winner saying how great they are and how beautiful they are, right? We said, well, no, how about I want to compare Days Gone to he said Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5. I said, okay, fine, we can do that. I said, but no, we can compare. I said, all right, I bet you Last of Us 2 gets a higher Metacritic score than Gears of War 5. And, you know what I mean? And I'm a Gears fan.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But yeah, Jesus sad to say. I think. Well, I mean, I guess they're gonna release it. He says it needs a lot of work still. You know what I mean? I don't. At least 5 more months. What's month we in? We're into September, right?
Yeah,
October.
Listen, this October.
October, November, December, January, February. You got about 5 months for the game supposed to come out. So I guess a lot can be done in 5 months to get it. How it's supposed to be.
Z, man, they already got the disc printing right about now. It's over.
Oh shit, man!
It's over. They printing discs. Matter of fact, they probably not even printing discs. It's just probably going to appear on Game Pass as here you go. This is for the gamers. This is what you asked for. Here you go, free.
Free.
If it was me, I would just go ahead and sneak that out there. Launch it, Sunday at midnight where everybody's sleeping. So the next time somebody asks me about the game, I can say, "What? That game been out.
It been out.
Sneak it out." Yeah, but I sent you in the DM. I sent you an article from last year, 2017, of Phil Spencer coming out saying, "Yeah, the game's shaping up really great, and this and that." And so we've heard this before. This time every year he comes out and say, "Yeah, the game's shaping up really well. It's looking really good." And then a goddamn delay happened. Same time last year, he commented on it, said the same exact thing.
Hold up. Jamal King said, "Post-up was good, he bro. Found that you can spit. Oh yeah, Post can rap his ass off. Pause. Hold up. I'm just looking at the chat now. Von Lamont, he said we don't know how the input lag is going to be on the Google Project screen. But one of the people that tried it and read the articles has said it works well. You know what I mean? There was no and again we've seen the gameplay. We've seen showed the video. There was no issues. You know what I mean? Motherfucker work. It's all work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So moving past game, like I said, two more things before we get the hell about here. Red Dead Redemption 2 Game of the Year. They showed the trailer. Your thoughts? Take it away. Hold on. You got the crowd and let the dog out in the back. Hold on. So you hear me? Yeah. So I'm asking you the question, but I can hear you. But let the dog gotta get up. So
okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, so Post with the link. So Post will come in with you. Hold
on. Okay.
All right. Hold on. We got some damage control. Hit the like button.
Post all right. Ain't no damage control now.
Okay. Hold up.
He got the console.
We're gonna rewind this back to Crackdown. Hold up. I'm gonna get Post ass in here. Hold on. We get Post ass in here. There you go. All right, hold on. He coming in right now. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I can let the dog out.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, we got Post Up coming in here. Let's see what he got to say. He got that Spider-Man PS4 Pro. And he been playing that Spider-Man, God of War, Detroit, and all them other big banging poppers. Let's see what he got to say about him. Shout out to Danny B. He said, Post getting the flower petals ready. Yeah, hey, when Post get in here, it's not going to be any damage controlling anymore. He signed the contract. He got the product. His bot days are over. He's relinquished his post. He is now known as Pony Up, not Post Up. Pony Up. Yep. A Post turned that PS4 Pro on, and we hadn't heard from him in about 4 days. He just not coming out his room. Shout out to Sonic 5607. He said, I got to do it for the culture. Forza 92, Spider-Man 87. Tell you what, how about we flip that, right? We're going to flip that. How about we put Forza 92 and God of War 94? How about that? There you go. I mean, for that case, you might as well, put some little small indie game against Forza if you're going to do that. So it is what it is. Plus, I mean, Forza's on Game Pass, so everybody's probably playing it right now. Shout out to Sick Legend. He's talking to Z. He said that game Detroit Becomes Human is the best example of what graphics can push for the next generation, just like the Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. That is correct, man. And all of that stuff is running on 4.2 T flops and 1.8 T flops. So imagine if you had 10 or 12 T flops, what Sony developers could do. Hey, Neverland, I'm gonna check your tweet out, man. Jamal King, Post Up be playing the Pro with R. Kelly trapped in the closet in the background. Oh man. Okay, Corey Massey. How come Forza is the only Xbox game this generation getting into the 90s? It's hard to say, man. I think Forza and Gears are former shells of themselves. Those games do sell more than Forza, though. So either you sell more and get a higher Metacritic, or you sell less. I mean, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. Let's see. What else we got? Yeah, it says crazy how Spider-Man is a lot of people's first platinum. Hey, that's correct. Shout out to Beats Games and Lives. That's correct. I'm seeing on my timeline a lot of my people with the platinum for Spider-Man. And no, it's not one of those easy platinums. It's a lot of grind. It's a lot of things you have to do in that game. It's just Spider-Man is a recognizable character that everybody loves and everybody's willing to sit through it. Not everybody is willing to sit through other games to get the platinum. It's too many bangers out here for you to sit around for weeks and weeks trying to get a platinum.
What's going on? I'm back. What I missed?
All right. Yeah, I'm just answering some questions that's out there in the chat section. Just chopping it up until you guys.
Posting happened yet? Okay, I think he hopped in.
Nah, yeah, he hadn't popped in yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I asked you about Red Dead Redemption, and I got up and left.
Hey, Z, hold on 1 second. Shout out to Ice Queen Gaming.
Yeah.
She said, "Hi Kratos, my husband passed away this year. He was called Ice, and he was my husband." Yes. Again, condolences. I've chopped it up with him plenty of times.
Oh, you know what, husband?
Here on YouTube and on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to Mrs. Ice Queen Gaming.
Oh wow.
Thank you for coming in and chopping it up with us.
Yo. My condolences to Ice Queen Gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blessings to you and the fam. But I definitely want to jump in because we got two fuck nigga ponies on the panel talking Xbox talk. And
wait. You mean we got three?
Kratos. Did you have that same energy that you have towards Crackdown, towards the Last Guardian, fuck nigga? Come on.
You know what?
Did you have that same energy towards Crackdown that you had towards Last Guardian? Let's talk about it.
Hey, Post.
We're talking about.
Do you really think? Let me ask you this.
We're talking about 10 years, player. We're talking about 10 years.
So Microsoft has 5 more years. Okay, so we can't say nothing for another 5 more years.
First of all, he was playing a full build, and the article that they post was clickbait. He said it's still work left
here
to
we
do.
Go. Media bias.
No. I ain't saying media bias. I'm just saying it was clickbait the way they titled the article. He said he was playing a full build. He said his agent felt like the destructive agent that he wanted. All right. Now, whether we still know it's progress to go. The game ain't even out until February.
5 months.
All I'm saying, and we're talking about this month. It's a did you have that same energy towards the Last Guardian?
Listen.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Post. Do you think? Here's the thing, right? I don't know about. I'll show you some of the DMs, right, from one of the developers on the game, right? I think I put it in our chat.
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay,
yeah, right. I think you did. Yeah.
He
was talking about some of the same stuff that got leaked.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In terms of the development,
yeah, and this is way before we even knew there was some issues about the game was having some issues. Rather, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with that being said, so Phil said, still work to be done. 5 months. Do you think they can polish this thing up in 5 months?
Yep, that game gonna be shown in XO 18. It has to be.
Well,
it has to be, and I'm saying that because I'm saying that it has to be. It hasn't showed at neither of the show. It has to show up at XO8. That's November. You're a couple months out from February. It has to show up. It has to show in full form, single player, multiplayer. If it does not show at XO8, that game dead.
Okay.
Point blank.
They already showed the game many times the after, right? We haven't yet to see the multiplayer. That's what's been missed. We've seen the game. Yeah. We have not seen any multiplayer of the game. We've seen the game. We haven't seen any multiplayer, right? I'm asking you, and do you have any faith in this game? 5 months from now, the game comes out in February. I'm releasing a decent game.
Look, to me, Crackdown has never been a AAA big exclusive, and I don't know why. I don't understand why the Xbox fan base is trying to turn it into that. It has to earn that right, just like every other game. It has to earn that. Phil put more money in it to try to get it there. Will he succeed? I don't know, because it's never been that title. Like you said, the Halo 3 beta was the only reason why people brought it. But when they did play it, they played it, they had fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were surprised, like, oh man, I brought it for the beta, but like this is a fun game. But it was never that AAA big Halo or Gears type title.
But why you said something? You don't know why Xbox guys are putting it on that pedestal? Because
I don't know. That's an L.
Because they haven't had anything.
Yeah.
For the last,
I can agree with that.
Outside of Forza, Gears, and Halo, we haven't had any. Scalebound got canceled, and Zoo Tycoon, the Record. We haven't had anything, so that's why.
Well, them all multi-plats though,
They really ain't got nothing. But
but shit, them all multi-plats now.
Exactly what Z just said, right? Because outside of the Halo, Gears, and Forza, and then the games that they're trying to hype now are, which is rumored games, is the same games that they have already released before, which is Crackdown and Fable.
No,
I think Xbox guys cannot get outside of that.
Well, you got to put. I would put Fable up there with the Gears of Foot. I mean, that's like
Fable is a big franchise
for Microsoft. Yeah,
but Crackdown is one of them titles you put in between the big titles. You know what I'm saying? It's to fill some space. I don't know why I'm not with the community on this bigging up that title like that. And I guess they bigging it up because that's pretty much the only thing they got that we got. But even that's a multi-platinum. Ain't no more exclusives on Xbox. If you look at it, Crackdown is going to probably be across the Xbox and PC, right? Then you got Halo Infinite that's going to PC. Gears 5 is going to be Xbox PC. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I mean, what exclusive do Microsoft have anymore?
They don't have any. They don't have any goddamn.
They don't have any. It's nothing that exclusive to the box that Phil promised us, and motherfuckers need to call them out on that. Like you said, that it will be some titles that'll be exclusive to the box itself, and we haven't seen that.
That's what I brought up on.
And there's no signs of him even fulfilling that either.
I brought that up on BGST, but that went over Kid Maker's head before he cursed me out. Deshaun Hawkey said, "No offense, fan, but Fable 3 was. I liked it. I didn't like Fable 2. I thought Fable 2 was dog shit. Fable 3, my favorites went from 1, 3, then 2. 2, I thought 2 was dog shit. I liked the Fable 3, but what do I know? Question, like I said before, we're not gonna be too much longer. They showed the Red Dead Redemption trailer, a new gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what engine they're using for that goddamn game, and most likely they were showing the because it hasn't been confirmed for PC yet. It was showing the PlayStation 4 most likely version, PS4 Pro version of the game, right? That goddamn game looks amazing. Like, you know what I mean? You look at I just say, and I understand it's a different game from Grand Theft Auto, but you talk about open world and you had, NPCs or AI in the game or whatever. Like, everything in that world looks alive and everyone's doing, not just standing there looking at the corner, like, everything's doing something, you know what I mean? Like, the level of detail, like, one of the things I noticed in the game, like I said, of course, like I said, the sound also was at the headphones, it was like banging, popping in my ear. Post, have you played God of War yet? I know you got the Pro. Have you played?
No, I haven't played God of War.
You've been playing Spider-Man. Okay, all right. I would have gave probably most like my game of the year probably would have been God of War. You know what I mean? But just looking at that and I haven't played it yet, there's no way in hell they're gonna get that God of War game of the year to God of War. I already read that. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
I mean, that game is, man. It's like when I say about what sometimes it's the little things that can be so major in the game, and they take care of the little aspects that make the world feel alive, that make the characters and things feel very human-like.
Yeah, they did a good job
and very relatable, and that you can connect to. It's like watching. It's not like even watching a game. It's like you in this movie role, and you're actually playing the movie. But the little subtle things in terms of with the horse and hunting, fishing, washing up, shaving your beard, those being options, just little subtle things, little subtle mechanics, man, that add to the realism, and they did it very well. That shit gonna be fire. I don't know about God of War being game of the year now.
Yeah.
I think that's for the.
I don't think. I'm gonna say this right. If I do make it through the campaign of Red Dead Redemption, I don't think I don't think I'll be emotionally invested into like I was in Kratos and the Sun. Like, they got me. Like, I don't. And again, I haven't really played the first. I'm not a big fan of Rockstar games. The open world is not my thing. I said I was gonna try, especially the online. I was gonna really go out there and try to get through it from A to B. But I just the world just seems so much alive. You know what I mean? And I'm just appreciating that, the detail. Look at this, you know what I mean? And the bugs, you see the grass and this and that, dipping behind shooting, and you know what I mean? And I know that, how it's gonna be crazy DLC. They're gonna take it over the top with this. They're gonna ride this out into the next generation. Then they're gonna re-release this again or next year. You know how Rockstar do. They're gonna double dip. You know what I mean?
Did you talk about that Google project stream?
Oh yeah, we can get your opinion on that.
Yeah, we went on about that about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know your stance on it. They ain't fucking with PlayStation. I already know what you said. But my like, I looked at that, I researched it. That thing was streaming 1080p 60 frames per second.
Hold up.
Smooth.
Hey bro, hey Post, I know what I said, right? And I was reading the articles and stuff. I said that they showed that, right? And we talking about, like I said, Microsoft got a lot of shit, but quote unquote, with the streaming device, supposedly rumored Project Scarlet. And
this is why.
I know. So now you see behind the scenes, right? That thing, you can get a Google Chromecast for like $100, right? And the version that they show is going to outperform my $500 and $400 goddamn car. It was running 1080p 60.
60, bro.
No
that's
latency,
crazy. And they got a new Chromecast dongle coming out that's Bluetooth enabled.
That's the new one.
So you'll be able to connect the controller to it.
Yeah, that's what it's
and
called.
Then they can even make that accessible through the Chrome browser.
Yeah.
Like, and people laugh. People laugh at the notion when people say that Sony is not Microsoft competition, Google is. And this is why Microsoft behind the scenes is so heavily making a push so heavily towards the cloud technology. And Sony going to do the same thing, because that right there, that is free. That means I got that type of game. I don't even need my MacBook right now can do 1080p 60 with that damn project, bro. Like, that's freaking crazy.
Bro, now you see why they were saying, or either Ubisoft or they were saying it's maybe the last two generations for consoles.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm a fan
Sony
of
fans gonna laugh at Google like they do at Microsoft with this cloud this cloud tech shit.
Bro, even Nintendo's on board with it. With the streaming, because the big he's demanding like Resident Evil 7, even because it's only used in Japan. but they're
Yeah.
able to play it, like I said, because of the
Yo.
streaming.
Yeah.
The streaming.
I read that in the article. They said you're going to be able to, through this project stream, you're going to be able to stream the Odyssey game to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know.
Like,
No,
why not?
Here's the thing, like I've always said, you know what I mean. People have been very optimistic about this. About this thing that Google showed you. I haven't seen any. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading on different sites. I didn't see too much of a backlash. You know, the big thing about streaming, they was talking about latency. There's always been latency.
Yeah.
It says virtually no latency. They're requiring a minimum 25 down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Hold on, Omega's. Take this. Oh, okay. The Google project was running on high-end PCs with Google Fiber Tech, and bro, they got a beta coming out where you can sign up to it now, and all they're asking you to have 25 megabytes per second down, bro. Yeah, that's it. I got over 300 right now, and I signed up for it. So I'm gonna give you your L.
That's the future, man. Whether you like it or not. Like,
yeah. Here's the thing, right? It was running in a closed environment, not out in the wild. But once we throw a couple of million people on this thing, I want to see what the experience is like. Again, I think it's the future. I think it's the future. I just don't think that it's going to be mainstream for quite a long time.
Oh no. It's crazy that at the beginning of this generation, when Microsoft did the always online thing, people complained about the internet speed and things like that, about the adoption rate. It was the same back then as it is now in terms of the adoption rate in the internet speeds and stuff like that. They got a little faster, but it's the same. It's like Butter said on one show. He was like, Microsoft be thinking ahead. They be like 10 years ahead.
Yeah,
and they was with that initial Xbox, because that initial Xbox is the systems we gonna get next gen.
Hey, Post.
And ain't nobody gonna complain though. Ain't nobody gonna complain.
Hey, Post. So you saying Microsoft is always about 10 years ahead. So that means 10 years ago they knew that this L was coming from PlayStation. They knew Sony was going to stump this mud hole in their ass this generation. Man. They knew
I'm talking about technology. I knew you were going to try to flip that around.
Honestly dictates
technically, Sony was ahead of Microsoft because Sony released their whole online streaming solution way before Microsoft.
I'm just saying, if Sony fans think Sony ain't getting their cloud shit together right now, you crazy.
Listen,
Microsoft
crazy. Dictates the market, bro. If Sony's doing it, that's because they already know the other companies heading in that direction. They all in the same boat. Like, it just, who's gonna jump at it first? Sony just did it just to let's try something new. But let's be honest, Microsoft kind of already hinted the whole entire cloud thing a long time ago. The moment Netflix happened, it was a new era. It's just gonna always happen that way. That's why Google's gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're gonna make it big. I said if anybody could pull this off, it's Google, because if you understand how Google operates, when Google Chrome came in, it basically shut down any browser. And if any browser could pull that off, it's gonna be Chrome. I can guarantee you that.
I'm gonna say this. Yeah.
Google has the technology, right? They have the data centers. They have, I mean, they're number 2 richest company in the world. Them and Amazon. They have the tech behind it to probably do it. Here's the thing, right? Is will this just be for gaming applications or everything applications? Because for gamers, you gotta have games. And right now, I think Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony are always going to stay ahead when it comes to that. Now, they can release some third-party games, multi-plats and stuff like that, but how are they gonna win the market share?
Look,
they don't. That's the thing. You gotta understand how this thing is gonna work. The third parties is gonna love this way more than just putting their games on a whole entire console. Trust me. The way Google's gonna play this out, it's gonna benefit them. And I can promise you that Sony and everybody's gonna jump on board with Google. They're gonna do it.
Yeah. Let me say this, right? I don't, as far as market share, I know, like I said, Google does have rumored something called the Google Yeti or whatever the hell. That's supposed to be their dedicated console or whatever.
It's gonna be a streaming based console. I guarantee.
Whatever it's gonna be, you know what I mean? And maybe again, maybe Google may getting to start. I know they bought some game developers or whatever they're working behind. Maybe they will get into it and then take off for them. But Google already has a hold everybody. Everybody has a Gmail account. Everybody's already on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And imagine, and again, everyone's
Exactly.
on YouTube. You know,
They
so
control the internet stack,
Bro,
bro.
think
They're
about-
like
think
one
about
of
all
the very
these-
few
check
companies
this out, right?
that control internet stacks, bro.
That
Like,
take the online gaming, automatically to another level
Now-
as far as
Yeah.
streaming to YouTube,
Yo.
but some other type shit, interactive on YouTube. They might just take this shit over.
yo, bro, they can do
Yeah.
since they
Now,
got
check
access
this
to
out.
so much of the internet, they can do a lot, man.
You got smart TVs for internet, right? Pretty soon you're not gonna need a console. If you can literally stream off your goddamn TV with just a controller, all you need is a Google Chrome application installed with a gaming section. That's pretty much goodbye hardware. Pretty much like TVs is gonna be your gaming console because they can already.
Yeah.
I mean, you can browse on your TV, bro. Like pretty soon you're gonna have Google Chrome application. If not, some TVs have it already. Like think about that.
Well, like I said, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, long as it work, and like I said, Microsoft was rumored to have their little Project Scarlet.
They had to. They got to. Look, these companies know what each other's doing. They know what each other is doing. It's about they trying to beat each other, to the punch. And this, I don't know where the gaming community get this notion that Microsoft won't be able to do certain things in gaming when it comes to games and all this. I had somebody on Twitter, I think it was Sick Humor, who said Microsoft messed up gaming when it got in the industry. Fuck, nigga, do you know what they did to push gaming forward when they came into this industry? Like,
What did they do, Post?
what you mean? What you mean? What they do? Nigga, Xbox Live Arcade for one paved the way for every
Dreamcast and PS2 had already had
it's a
online infrastructure. Sega Genesis already had online. What are you talking about, Post?
before I'm talking about
Yes, before Xbox.
Look,
Sega Channel. You was downloading games and chatting way before.
Yeah, I will.
Did it push the industry forward?
Yes, it did.
No,
All of them pushed the
It
industry
opened
forward
up
in some
avenues.
way. Like,
No.
Opened up avenues for people like Sega, and the Dreamcast,
No.
PlayStation Online Network.
No.
Like
Let me-
button, shit button,
and
don't
let me
Xbox
set this up.
One. Don't
like
act
button.
like nothing was done prior.
when we had the PS2, one nobody didn't really from where my area was. Then
Post,
nobody
we
really
talking about SOCOM, Post. You had Final Fantasy, Post, came with the hard drive. Now this was in the PS2.
But that was
You had
around the OG.
broadband,
The
PlayStation
the
broadband,
OG Xbox
Dreamcast
was out
broadband.
though.
That was way before Xbox came into the
no,
industry.
No,
Post.
no, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't. Because Sony didn't even come up with their network adapt. They sold it for $100. That shit then came out. It was like after 2002.
it was because first of all, I remember
what I said, right? You got Sega Channel that created.
Oh, Sega Saturn.
Yeah, I remember Dreamcast. Guess who was in on that? Microsoft, fuck nigga.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
They had that. They had them.
Guess who was in on that? Microsoft.
Networking for consoles and gaming did not start just because
I'm
Microsoft
not saying.
came into the
Can
industry.
you let me finish?
Can you
let me finish?
I think they mainstreamed it, and
Hold on. To say
voice-
that Microsoft did. Let me tell you something, bro. First of all, Microsoft went around to Nintendo, Sony, and all them and asked way before this shit even jumped off. Asked to do their online. They didn't even want to get in the game. They just wanted to do the online. All of them turned Microsoft away. They worked with Sega on the Dreamcast. They did some of the software. They created the operating systems. Dreamcast had different operating systems for this, and developers had the choice to use it or not. Whether they use it was up to them. All I'm saying is, I remember the E3 when Microsoft announced Xbox Live, and that they was putting only Ethernet port on the system. Sony and Nintendo looked down on them, talking about it will fail based on the adoption rate of internet at that time.
Yeah.
Man, when that shit came out and hit, nigga, everybody was going to get internet numbers, going to get internet. Everybody. And then the next following year, I remember Sony and them coming out with that broadband and narrowband adapter, trying to push both. But what I'm saying is that Microsoft made that shit mainstream. Xbox Live Arcade is the reason why you have the App Store. Is the reason why you have PSN, things like that. The hard drive in the console, unified memory. I mean, it's so much that they did for gaming. If Microsoft wouldn't have came in at the time that they did, people would have still been playing the PS2 at the rate it was selling. Sony would have been able to wait on bringing the PS3 out. We wouldn't have got it at that time. But since Microsoft did come in, it forced Sony to come out with the PS3.
Hey, Post, Trump said your contract is terminated, you fuck nigga.
Exactly.
They made first-person shooters mainstream. One of them because GoldenEye.
What you're saying, Post, is what I understand. You're saying that they made it mainstream, but what I'm saying is everybody would have got there regardless whether Xbox got into.
I'm just saying they wouldn't have got. You said they would have got there regardless.
Yeah, they would have got there regardless.
Sony, the position Sony was in,
Nintendo
had too much.
Had GoldenEye. The first time you had 4-player co-op split screen, that has never been done before at that time. There's a such thing as technology.
I understand that. But first-person shooters was not mainstream on system. Even when GoldenEye was out, they were still not mainstream. Developers were still not comfortable with putting first-person shooters on consoles until Halo.
Listen, Microsoft
and that controller configuration, being able to shoot and throw a grenade at the same. Come on, now you gotta.
No, what I'm trying to tell you, Post, right? All right, so you like Xbox, right? And I give them shout out for being in the industry, for attempting to put Windows.
Here's a question, Jay.
Put Windows and
I'll
give them that.
You don't give Microsoft no credit for moving gaming forward.
No, listen, I give them credit, and that's what I'm going to say. I give them credit for coming into this industry and trying to put a Windows device in every household. That was Bill Gates' plan, right? That was his plan all along.
See, that's what I be telling y'all about this fuck nigga. Hold on. That's what I be telling y'all about this. This is what I be telling y'all about this fuck nigga. These are the same dudes. And see, they never like to give Microsoft their props. They was the same people who used the clown achievements until they got trophies. The same people who used the clown party chat and say we don't need to talk to each other until they got party chat. Come on, see, you remember this.
Hey, hold on.
You remember this bullshit, see?
Overdone said Microsoft still made it popular to say it to this very day. But I mean, I look at they all moved game before. Nintendo took it as far as they took it, and then Sony came along, you know, with make games on DVD format. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Analog. They all took it to the next step. Like as far as the online spectrum of like making it mainstream, like everybody knows. I give Microsoft. They weren't the first to do it, but they did it. You know, made it like I said.
Xbox was the first console with a UI, a user interface.
Yeah.
Well, nobody doing that.
I'll give him credit for that.
Wait. Okay, never mind.
I give him credit for that.
Go ahead.
They moved the gaming forward. Like Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft is.
Listen, every company in the gaming industry has moved gaming forward. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So far, this is what Microsoft fourth generation.
I'm not saying it was exclusive to Microsoft.
And they've been handed L's every single generation.
Look, I'm not saying it's exclusive to Microsoft. I'm just saying.
Let me ask you this though. Okay, now again, giving props to Microsoft for all that they've done for gaming. What was their goal for being in the gaming? It was to put a Windows box in every single household.
They wanted to. They saw what Sony was doing.
I mean, you can ask the Google the same thing. What is their end goal for joining right now? Like it's the same.
They wanted to take over the living room. Point blank. They wanted to be the box in the living room.
Everybody has their reason.
Yeah,
like,
and they saw Sony doing it. Sony went from the PlayStation 1. Yeah, Sony went from the PlayStation 1 to the PS2 entertainment system and went from a PlayStation console to a PlayStation 2 entertainment system. And people
went to the
leave out that
they had the Blu-ray player and the DVD player before. Remember? That's why they changed it to entertainment. Because it was no longer exclusively for interactive video. It was for entertainment, for playing movies and music. That's why they changed it.
And look, when you got Sony and Nintendo that was pretty much dominating the industry at that time, Sony was in a better position to take over the living room, and that's why Microsoft had to jump in.
No, listen,
Microsoft, and I agree with you.
Microsoft jumped in because Sega left. Once Sega left the industry,
it's what you
Microsoft came
to
in.
put a Windows device in every home, but they wanted to be the main box in the living room.
I think
they wanted to be the all-in-one box in the living room. And Butter, what you was about to say?
Go ahead, Butter.
Butter got flipped out. But anyway, like I said, here's the thing. And I said this before. I think all three, Microsoft, especially Microsoft. I don't really care for Nintendo, but Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, they're all viable to the industry. Now you got new players, Google and Amazon, getting in, throwing their hat in the ring, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do, and how they're going to do it. Like I said, I don't. We got to see what the Google Yeti thing is about. That's supposed to be their dedicated console. And now we got with streaming, game streaming. What do you call it? Shit, cloud-based gaming. Now, like I said before, maybe not be for me. You guys like dedicated consoles, but we're talking about, like I said before, you go to the hood. No one has K-Way, one has a Fire Stick, and if it all gets if it works, you know what I mean. If they can get this thing to work, like with what do you call it? Amazon, Google showed yesterday, the goddamn game is outperforming. Going to be outperforming the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X version. 1080p, high settings, 60 frames a fucking second. It's going to be 30 on consoles. That says a lot. You know what I mean? Now I know that was a closed environment. They're requiring 25. You know what I mean? But like I said, from what I'm hearing, there was no latency, and that's very important, especially to the guys here. But I gave you guys an example. My grandson, hey Pop, I want the new Xbox. I will be a little hesitant about buying a $5 console to put in his house. Some people may have some substance and boosts. It may walk outside the house, but I wouldn't have a problem buying him a $100 Fire Stick to put that motherfucker inside the TV. Whatever they say whatever it's called, Project Scarlet, and he still gets to play with Maya and this, that, and the other in the same goddamn game. You know what I mean? And it runs or look just as good as what I have. I listen. I ain't gonna lie. They said a lot yesterday. I'm sitting back scratching my head like, oh shit. This look better than the console version, you know what I mean? Running, and it works. The thing didn't hiccup on the screen, and you know what I mean? And it is what it is. So, I don't know what the standard is across the country, but 25, whatever, and that's about.
And Microsoft gonna do the same thing with their titles.
Yeah,
of course.
They're gonna do the same thing.
I mean, I feel
and
like
Sony will follow suit.
Nintendo's already doing it.
It might take Nintendo sometime.
They're doing it now. No, they're doing it now.
But
Resident Evil 7 and God of War, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can stream on the Switch in Japan because they have higher speeds than over here.
Of course.
You can play those games on the Switch, streaming it. You know what I mean?
And places like China is definitely they all PC based. But yeah, come on, to say Microsoft didn't move the game forward is kind of ridiculous.
Said all Microsoft did was bring PC tech to console post.
That's true.
It did move the gaming forward though. We are here because of that idea. It doesn't matter what they did.
Or how they did
us.
it.
Okay.
Microsoft didn't exist. Let's be honest. Sony's network on the PS3 was shit. The PS4 is better. You can tell that they borrow ideas from Microsoft.
Yeah. Xbox Live.
Yeah, you're not gonna we're not gonna really sit here and act like Microsoft ideas isn't being implemented in other consoles because it is. Microsoft is a network-based company.
Okay, I wouldn't say that, right? At the end of the day, as a gamer, all the tech stuff, right? That's for the tech heads, for a lot of those people. But at the end of the day, as a gamer, as a raw gamer, folks will bypass all the tech stuff and focus on the games. And I think that's why a lot of these companies they start to fail because they start to get too techie and worry about things that the majority, the casuals,
the like button.
I disagree.
But you
because my children
are growing. Explain the Switch.
I disagree because my children is growing up in the age of social media.
How do you explain the Switch success?
I'm just telling you, my son and my children are growing up in an age with access to things that we did when we grew up. We had the systems we had to pack up our systems and take it to our friend's house and in order to sometimes to play each other. We had to pack up a big ass Xbox to go do a LAN party with Halo and all that stuff. My kids growing up in an age where they don't have to do that. They can sit at home on one device and get and have connection with the rest of the world at the tip of their fingers. It's a difference. It's a difference, bro.
I agree with Posa.
It's a difference.
Moving
and
forward,
these kids are techie nowadays, bro.
It's like they're born natural too. Listen, I watch my cousin, right? I go to their house. Their father got the whole entire place teched out because he does technology for a living. His kids is used to that shit. Like the TV is they have a smart TV, and the way they use that shit is crazy. And he never taught them anything. You gotta understand, people adapt to the generation they're in, no matter what. And Microsoft, Sony, like you may not like it because you came from the other generation, but you can see that these kids are not bothered by it at all. You don't see any kids running around explaining, saying, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that." You give them a smartphone, they own it right away. So they can already see that. So it's not about, trying to dumb it down. Like, really, they don't have to do that at the end of the day because it's not to cater to you. It's for the next people from 15 years and moving forward. It's not for you, bro.
My goddaughter about 3 and got an iPhone and know how to work that motherfucker.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Over there, yeah, Maya, I ain't gonna lie, Maya had her iPad. She took my iPad like at 2 when she's watching yoga. I couldn't touch it.
And I'm talking about touch it, know how to YouTube search. 3 years old and know how to work that motherfucker. I'm like, what?
Yeah, hold up. Overdone said, the Xbox is garbage when the Switch is out selling it. I can't complain about that. Or say I guess Nintendo has. Listen, to be fair, the reason why the Switch is selling so well, in my opinion, is that it has games that the Nintendo fans are claiming. Right now the Xbox doesn't have any games.
They're gamers. Period. Hear about it.
It's not about gamers.
I'm not knocking though. That's not my thing. I think
Nintendo players in general are more collectors. Like, and I'm being honest with you, right? More than collect than they actually play certain type of games on Nintendo. If you look at the certain things that they even buy, like the DS for, like Pokemons, that fan base is just huge. They just want it because it's Pokemon. They dedicate their whole entire life. If Pokemon was not on Nintendo, we wouldn't be having this discussion. Let's be honest. They just have certain titles where people rather collect than just play.
Like, just think about how far we've come. We're in an age where I can sit at my box, right? Yeah. I can go from gaming to TV to the internet and all in like a few clicks of a button off one system. Like I'm doing everything off one system, movies, gaming, searching the internet. All off one system, bro. That's crazy. We come in the era where we had the RF switch. We had to go and switch it to channel 1 or 3 or 4. 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Wiggle that motherfucker, ball the cable up if the picture jump out. Come on now.
Look. Listen. This is. I'm gonna tell you. This is the pinnacle of gaming right here. Right. I bought my PS4 Pro. Oh no, my PS4 Slim back in 2013. I'm playing a game. I hit one button. Now I'm streaming to YouTube or Twitch or anywhere, right? I'm streaming. So now I'm podcasting. I'm talking to the fans and people in the chat and stuff like that. People who want to talk to me, fellow gamers. And then I turn around and say, you know what? I'm dying right here. Let me switch this over to post up. I press that same button and say, pass the controller to your friend over here. And guess what? You sitting at your house and I done passed you the controller. Though, I mean, that's the stuff that's pushing gaming forward.
Facts.
And that, and that's the type of stuff.
Overdone said, everything in one system sounds like a PC. Listen, we can close the show with this, right? I don't know how long we've been here. I should save it for tomorrow. But I should save it for tomorrow's show. We didn't talk about too much. Let's save it for tomorrow's show. We can touch on it. Now we see that rocket cars or soccer cars are saying they need a little time to get up on board with this crossplay. What's happening? Before they said it'd be a flick of the switch. Now Sony's saying they went over the smoke with the crossplay.
Me and Neef was having like a little discussion about it. Like my whole point about it is that they were just like, no offense, they were just like, what's his name? That was just talking all that bullshit, right? Because they made it sound like they're just ready for Sony to say yes and it was going to make a flip, right? And I was trying to tell Neef that he was saying that it's going to take time. I know it's going to take time. But the problem is that the way they came out talking as if we already got everything prepared. Just say the word, we're going to flip the switch, right? Yep. And that's what the problem is. That's why they are where they are, because they came out talking as if like, look, man, we have everybody. Once Sony say yes, we just going to flip it. They're going to start playing just like Fortnite is doing right now. And they didn't have that. Like that's the biggest issue with them. They should have they made it sound like they already got everything prepared and just waited for Sony to say yes. Now that Sony say yes, they just like, oh, it's gonna take time.
Yeah, now they have all these excuses. All
It's
of these
almost
people,
like half of them was waiting for Sony to. They was all hoping that Sony said no, so they get. It was just like, look, I'm just gonna come and talk my shit, right?
Yep.
But now it's just like you got to bite the bullet, man.
Well,
Type shit.
They said Anthem can be crossplay. I hope so.
It's not out yet, so yeah, Anthem could be crossplay. They have time to do all of that.
I think here's the thing. I just think with being, I've always said you got the biggest goddamn game in the world, which is Fortnite, and they're gonna be the first to have all 3 major consoles all playing with each other. You know what I mean? And then that's I think it sets the standards. Hopefully, they can say I hope next generation this will be like I said, like a standard just going forward. I can buy 1 copy of the game. I can play with everybody, no matter what platform I get it on. You know what I mean? And especially, like I said, I hope Nintendo makes a system that can handle, rumors of this new 4K Switch, whatever the hell it's going to be. I hope they can make a system that can have all the multi-plat goddamn games. I think it's dope. And they have special achievements, kill the most Nintendo players online, kill the most PlayStation gamers online, or defeat the most this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? He said, I think. No, I don't. Not this version of it. I don't think EA is going to do it this version. Maybe not next year. I'm just hoping by Madden 2020 with next generation. I know we'll definitely be here by then. That it will be a mandatory for everyone. You know what I mean? It's cheaper for them to have one server, the bigger player pool, more people are spending money, easier to get matches. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So I'm just saying. I just hope that they set up achievements like that to make it competitive. You know what I mean? Take gaming and shit talking in the chat. You know what I mean, to another level. You know what I mean? Well, I killed 1,000 PlayStation players online. You know what I mean? To have that type of badge or achievement. You know what I mean? I think that should be dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm all looking in. I've always said this, right? I mean, I know some people say they don't care, but I'm all about anything moving gaming forward in the whole. That's always been my thing. You know what I mean? And Ben, I do have multiple consoles. I've got friends on, like my brother Von Lamont. He got the majority of his games on what you call it. You know what I mean? I got the majority of the multiplats on the Xbox. I don't, I may not have to keep going out and buying a piece of the PlayStation 4. I can just buy one goddamn game and just play with everybody. Bro, I'm pro-consumer any day of the week, man. I don't give a fuck what it is, what's happening. Buy one goddamn game, man, Now, I don't think Red Dead gonna have crossplay, but that would be dope, though. Maybe they can add it with a patch or something. You know what I mean? They might sell it in some DLC. These motherfuckers niggas, no, they do. Oh, yeah, he said something about the Astro Boy. He said, don't forget PlayStation VR games exclusive like P. Yeah, it's crazy how Microsoft got a pick me up to crossplay with this gen. Don't even pick me up last year.
Man, I can't wait till it goes where all the companies are all in on it. Cause see, right now I can rock with Kratos on the station, you know what I'm saying? And we can multiplayer up on some games. But soon as he get on his fuck shit, I can switch over to the Xbox and fuck his ass up.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, bro. I'm just looking at it from that. I know some people. I don't understand this. I know you got some Sony guys out there saying, "Oh, Sony shouldn't have sold out." That's that weird satanic cult shit there. You know what I mean? I ain't that shit there is just weird.
Listen, there's some crazies on both sides of the aisle.
I've always said that. Oh, that's gonna keep the console war going, and bro, stop it, man. Like, you know what I mean? And, that shit there just weird to me, man.
Yeah.
In front.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, okay. Mike, put your shoes on. You gotta go to the doctor. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we're here.
I'm sorry. But yeah, man, I mean, we've been here for over 2.5 hours already. This time fly when you're having fun. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm trying to see if I see any questions. I'm looking at the chat now. So I want to ask, I answered if you got a question to ask right quick. I'm looking at the chat. You got anything to say? The Switch don't need 4K. Danny Stab, the Switch needs comparable hardware so they can get third-party multiplats. You know what I mean? They can get the Red Dead Redemptions. Whether it's 4K or not, they need a more powerful goddamn console. That's at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Or games don't have to. You can get sports games and like 2K not be 30 frames. They need decent hardware. Let me say this right. It's always going to be an issue when developers have to go out of their way and shoehorn a game in. You know what I mean? It's always going to be an issue. You know what I mean? So you got some third parties going to do it, something that's going to not. Question, Amaziago said, question, why is the Xbox show in Mexico if it's an American no, it's in New Mexico. It ain't in Mexico, it's in New Mexico. In New Mexico. Do you think Microsoft will give us a new AAA game outside of Gears? This generation? Mad Riz.
Nah.
Well, rumor has it, I don't know. Rumor has it that what do you call them goddamn people? Ninja Theory is working. They're supposed to show something in 2019. I mean, something and we do have Ori and the Blind Forest 2. I don't know if you want to count that as a AAA. And I know you got Battletoads are coming. We haven't seen anything from that. I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope so. He said no, it's in Mexico City. Oh, okay. Well, believe it or not, the Xbox has a huge following in South America. They don't be considered South America.
Yeah, Mexico, right?
They have a huge following on that motherfucker.
Yeah, they still playing on 360 down there.
They got a huge following in Latin America.
Yeah, that's why they do a lot of the fan fest stuff. They go down there like every year though.
Yeah, that's every year they go down and do something for them.
They do it because it's cheaper.
What's up, yeah, it's cheaper too, and they like to drink the tequila. Yeah, what's up, Jay? Got him? Yeah, okay. We got anything here? DC not pick. I think that's it. I think I answered everybody's questions that season's for. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. Before we go, hey, Cradle, have you got Assassin's Creed yet?
Nah, man, I'm gonna wait and get that Black Friday special.
Okay, say no more, bro. Good brother. Post, what's going on? What you playing, Post? How far are you in Spider-Man, Post?
You know what? Let me see.
Oh shit.
I was just playing on my lunch break.
You probably passed me.
I just did the what's the name son? The little smoke shit that was in the air, the pollution shit.
Oh no, you passed me.
Oh.
I saved the black bitch from the museum. That's it. I gotta get back in the
I saved her from the museum. I saved the chick from the museum. Right now I'm doing some about I got the flap me and get these what's the names from the pollution smoke that's in the air and stuff. Some shit.
Also, true, tonight we're supposed to have a debate with the Hebrew Israelite warrior versus the white Christian. I'm gonna try to get that. I gave him the topics. We'll expand your mind. Might be back tonight about 9:30. If ain't nobody back out, so look out for that. So I'm about to get and put these. I'm about to go on this in my group and start a race war and start this shit already.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a debate versus a Caucasian and a black dude. So it's gonna be some lines crossed tonight.
I hope not, man. I ain't trying to piss nobody off in the chats. But like I said, we're gonna get the body here. So hopefully tonight I'll be back about 9:30. And with the expand your mind, and the topics are: is the world flat? And did the Sumerian tells creation copy the Bible? Because that's what the Hebrew Israelites said, that the Sumerian tells copy from the Bible and the world is flat. So I kept two topics they can go back and forth for. Now, trust me, they don't like each other already. So I'm quite sure somebody's going to color outside the lines. But we're going to do this hopefully, like I said, around 9:30. But this is your boy, Next Gen 720. We out of here.